Good evening, Mr. Joe Ruffin.
How you doing?
Good to see you again, man.
It's a pleasure to be here.
This is beautiful. We're at the International Visions Gallery, and I guess you can call this a collage, right?
This is a collage, mixed media collage.
And I think you might recognize, most of us might recognize this person by now.
Oh, all should. Most photographed man in America this year.
That's true. That's true. As McCain has said, and he's accurate, the world's #1 celebrity right now, right?
Well, due to cable television, we all can be celebrities.
That's partially true. That's partially true. That means you have a chance as well because you got some good work.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
You've been very consistent over the years. This is different from what I've ever seen from you, though, because normally you work mainly with paint, at least what I've seen.
Well, this is true.
And then now I see that you're using mixed media. And what are these pictures from?
Well, you can take a good look at it. This is a series based on the Negro progression.
Okay.
Progression of post-slavery. Most of these photographs are 1890 when the Great Migration started from the South towards the North. Mostly Mississippi through to Chicago. This actual photograph here is a photograph of Negroes at a train station. And the reflection of that it's throughout the whole painting. You see here there's a colored waiting room, which is a traditional sign at most ports of transportation in the South. We move on and there's a reflection of how the Negro lived during that whole period of time. For rent signs, colored only. You see a photograph here of the best colored service in town. To the Hotel Clark, which is a famous hotel in the South. In addition, I put some cultural icons in there, such as the church, the colored service in the rear side, and if you look closely behind this blue grove, you have what I call the catalyst for the movement. One of the catalysts for the movement of the Negro from the South to the North was for the period of time in which Negroes were being hung in the South and draped like pears on trees. So it all culminates to where we are today and the movement to the North, which the son of one of the great sons of Chicago here, Barack Obama, which represents the movement from the South to the industrial North, escaping racism and looking for opportunities in industrialization, basically, focusing on getting jobs and living a better life.
There we go.
That's in here represent the movement and the progress of the Negro. And it culminates at this point in time with Barack Obama being the first nominee of the Democratic Party for president, and possibly the president of the United States.
And we'll know in 2 months or less. 40-some days.
40-something days.
That's right.
But regardless of the outcome, we've come a long way. But we didn't come here, we didn't come here without the bats and the pain and the pleasure and the culture of the African American itself.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It is truly an American experience. Well, people look at this painting and say, "Well, hey, you put a lot of Negro African American photographs in here and icons and relics of signs of the past." I say to them, but this is not representative of the African American, but the American and the African experience.
Okay. Now, I almost see, though, this red splattered the way it is possibly representing blood. Is that coincidental, or is it just a red, white, and blue theme?
No, this is a truly Americana thing. Now, the flag does represent all types of things, so all types of people. But this is an American experience by an African, or by Africans. This is truly the American experience. I have another series on Irish Americans, on Italian Americans, on Jewish Americans. It's truly the American experience. It's part of Americana. I'm not going to limit ourselves on the pleasure or the pain, because it's enough by being an immigrant. Or you're black, or Jewish, or Italian, or Irish. We don't corner the market on pain or pleasure. But what we do have is a shared experience of being uniquely American. And you know, we were founded with a Bible and a gun, and that is our experience. And out of those two, we've experienced pain and pleasure.
I'm glad you pointed that out. I'm glad you pointed that out, because for you to recognize that immigrants in general, of all colors, have had to overcome many obstacles in order to be part of this, and oftentimes people forget that.
Right. And I mean, that's my experience. I haven't traveled the world, been involved in many cultures. I truly, when I get up in the morning, I don't feel black. I feel truly American. And the freedoms that we aspire to are the freedoms we fight for every day. You know, immigrants really fight for what the Constitution put in place. Those goals, those rights truly belong to us.
How can we see more of your work?
Well, you can always give me a call.
Okay.
No, but
you're on the web, though, right?
I'm on the web. You can do a search for Joe Louis Ruffin, or go directly to International Visions Gallery, and you'll pull up a page of my work. But you can also contact me, joelewisruffin at yahoo.com, and I'll get back to you.
Okay, sounds good. Glad to have met you, man.
Only in America.
That's a beautiful thing. Thank you so much. That was good.